And as I said weeks ago, this fight will not do well on September 14th. Not only because the matchup is okay, but because they're going up against the UFC's debut at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Now that's a spectacle that everyone and their mother has been waiting to see since it opened up about a year ago. And who is funding it and making it all happen? Turkey Al-Sheikh. Canelo, you're really making the wrong enemies.
I was watching this video with Teddy Atlas, and he was talking about he didn't understand why they would go up against such a huge UFC card. And he said he just didn't understand the sense in that. Me, on the other hand, I understand it perfectly. You know, I actually like stuff like this. I mean, no, that's actually the wrong thing to say. I just like intelligence and slick shit and all that other stuff, you know. But anyways, boxing being, UFC being scheduled at the same time that boxing is being scheduled is nothing new. You know, they compete on purpose, you know, that's number one. But why would they want to go up against UFC with such a big card if they want a good turnout for this fight? And to me, it's quite simple. That's because they know the fight is not of real quality. They know that that's a fight that people really don't want to see. Most of Canelo's fights is just to satisfy his fan base alone. They don't care about the rest of boxing and what we want to see. They just care about keeping his demographic happy. And some of them are even unhappy with this. They knew a lot of people was going to talk about protesting. They knew Berlanga is nowhere near disciplined, nowhere near seasoned, or have the experience or even the talent to beat somebody like Canelo Alvarez, even in his declining state. You know, so they know it's going to be pretty much a trash fight, and they know it's going to be hard to sell, and they know people not really going to want to buy it. Okay, so why you would maintain going up against the UFC, one of the biggest cards in UFC, and yet at the same time you're going up against the biggest card while giving one of the weakest products, is only because whether that UFC event was going on or not, the numbers were never going to be good. But the UFC is an excuse for those numbers to be low. It's built right in. Well, you know, we were going up against UFC, and you know, this is that, and the third. It's the perfect alibi. It's the perfect getaway. It's the perfect excuse. It's the perfect thing to hang your hat on. So I understand why they have no problem competing or going up against this at all, because it was never a good match to begin with. Canelo should be doing more. And if he does just want to bask in his glory, because I hear a lot of people say, y'all don't understand, Canelo has done everything. He has did this. He has did that. He should be. You know what? A part of me agrees with you. You know what I'm saying? Canelo has done a lot, you know. He does have a resume of names. And the reason why I say a resume of names and not saying a good resume, because sometimes good resumes are made up of people's names who are no longer the fighter that they used to be, and they didn't, and he never fought nobody at their pinnacle. He's never fought nobody in his prime. Who? If they were in their prime, they were green, and that's not being in your prime. You know, so Canelo's career is a giant facade. I understand this. Maybe the basic boxing fan of Canelo don't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no problem with that. But the problem is stop proclaiming you the best. Stop acting like you top dog. Stop hogging up stuff. Stop snatching up belts. Quit stifling other people's potential and ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Just because you want to be greedy. You've been the man for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with you sitting back and collecting checks. Just don't stand in the way of progress of people who's trying to climb the ranks, people trying to become stars themselves, and people who's trying to move something. You know? And all this payday stuff, I'm sick of that payday stuff with Canelo. Alright? Because that payday stuff, that wasn't relevant when it came to Floyd. Now was it? Like I said, I don't remember Floyd saying, oh, well, you know, they just want a payday. Chasing a payday. It was very clear with Mayweather, everybody's been chasing a payday. But yet that was never mentioned. That was never said. All you hear about is what he has done and this, that, and the third. Since y'all love to bring up Floyd, just like Floyd truthfully didn't had like 3 careers. Truthfully, you know what I'm saying? So what about all what he has done? Nobody's beat more world champions than him than Sugar Ray Leonard. I mean, Sugar Ray Robinson, my bad. Sugar Ray Robinson. You know? So he's done his thing. And we got all these excuses. Canelo did this, so leave him alone. Canelo's put in his time. He has one of the best resumes. He's been fighting since he's blase bleed. He has something 70 professional fights or something like that. But you want to know something that I ain't never heard? When it came to Floyd, is that he's old and he has slowed down and he's not the fighter that he used to be. They will accept beating Floyd Mayweather at any stage in his career. If Floyd turned 80 and stepped into the ring and somebody get him there and knocked out, they're going to act like that was the 25-year-old Floyd that they just knocked out. You know it, I know it, and the whole world knows it. So therefore, you don't have a right to raise an eyebrow or to wave a finger in front of anybody's face, talk about what they do or do not do, but you support Canelo. That don't make, you don't have no right to tell Gervonta Tank Davis who he needs to fight. You don't have no right to talk about Shakur Stevenson. You ain't got no right to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis. You ain't got no right to talk about none of them. Crawford or any of them. You have, as a Canelo supporter fanatic, you have no right to demand anybody to do anything in any other weight division, no matter what country they come from, no matter what they look like. You have no right because you support a man who blatantly gives you low-level opposition and keeping you from seeing some of the biggest fights that you could possibly see. But you want the guy over there, he needs to be fighting the best. These guys don't need to be ducking each other. These guys need to be this. These guys need to be that. That's why don't nobody want no Canelo fanatic on their damn page. Because they completely unreasonable. But as far as this Berlanga thing, and them going up against UFC, it's the perfect excuse for the reason for it, you know, it'll flop and not do well. Because I'm not buying this shit. I know a lot of people who don't mess with that. We've been stopped messing with Canelo. So the only people who they're appealing to buy this is coming from the Latin community. He ain't gonna get no sales nowhere else. Who, as a real boxing fan, who's gonna reach in their pocket and pay for that? I want to know. If you're one of them, let it be known in the comment section. I want to see who you are. I don't know nobody who's going to reach in their pocket and pay for this, especially over that UFC card. It's a better damn sport. You get more of what you want. I can't see nobody giving that up to go let Canelo do a drama class with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Put on a theatrical show for you. You know what I'm saying? A ballet with a little bit of punching. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody care about that. So to me, they have no problem going up against UFC because they know they put out a bad product anyway. And it's a chance to hide behind the bad product that they put out. Like, comment, subscribe, Bruce Van, I'm up.